Now with the dashboard harness in place, I need to run out the engine harness, and a lot of the engine harness, a lot of the wires are going to be replaced with the Vipec wires. Okay, here's the rear harness. This is these are all the connectors that make connection right up on the driver's side by the foot box. These wires go all the way down the side of the car. There's these things here. Obviously there's a ground wire. This is for the fuel pump. Everything here is like for a this is for the stoplight in the rear window of the MR2. This is for the rear defogger. This is for the courtesy light switch that goes on the door. A lot of things. Temperature sender for the engine compartment. There's the ABS sender. This is for the fuel pump. It's been kind of a mess getting all this cleaned up. It's pretty dirty, pretty grimy. I've pulled a lot of stuff off, cleaned a lot of things up. I'm having to fix a couple of connectors here. Yeah, they had some cracks in the insulation. The wire was good though, so I'm gonna just fix that up real good. A lot of this stuff, like the injectors here, injector wires here, are going to be they're probably going to be replaced. So I'll probably end up culling a bunch of the stuff out of this harness after I get it in, but I'm going to go ahead and just leave it all intact and try to get it in place inside the vehicle. Alright, I got my wiring harness kind of laying in here, trying to figure out where things go. Got my injector wires up here on top by the injectors. I've got this one wire just hanging here. This is like for the lights and stuff. I'm working on trying to figure out where everything goes. I had to rig this throttle position sensor. They said that this thing would bolt directly to the MR2 throttle position sensor, but that was a load of hooey. And so I had to do quite a bit of modification and rig the heck out of this to make this work, but I needed to get it in location so I can figure out where all these wires are going. So I've got a one wire harness that comes underneath here that's going to go to the alternator back here, a major heavy wire and control wire, and then there's the knock sensor. There's also the oil level sensor down in here, as well as the throttle position sensor. So I'm going to try to get all this bundled up. In here, get a couple of connectors here to hold it all in place, and go ahead and try to finish under the intake so I don't have to get back down under there again. Kind of concerned about my filler neck tube, the way I had it in there. So I went ahead and pulled it back out, and I've got this heavy-duty industrial sheathing over this tube, because this thing does kind of touch the frame all the way down. So, and then it goes through the firewall on this end. You can see there's a spring up in here to keep the thing from collapsing on the kind of severe bend that I have to put it through. But this is my filler neck for my gas tube. I'm going to go ahead and get that back in. Okay, now that I've got my wiring started in the back, this is the engine diagram. This actually, these injectors, this is the wiring diagram for the ECU, which is this whole item right here. Basically all these wires that are attached to this ECU are going to be coming out, and a lot of them are going to be replaced with the Vipec computers wires that I have. So first I'm going to go through and start with the wiring harness and start taking out each one of these wires that won't be used, and label all the other ones that will be reused.